Okay, it looks like we're back. I don't know what the hell just happened. I'm gonna have to start this freaking video over again. My computer did that thing where it just like shuts down on its own. Just do this like quick update. I don't remember most of the stuff that I said before this, but it's a good thing that I wrote some of this stuff down. Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome again to episode 33 of the Streamline Podcast. In this video, we're going to be talking about Borderlands 3 and some ideas that I have. So I just want to throw it out there because I like giving ideas for upcoming and potential franchises and series and stuff like that. So far, there's a couple of more Borderlands games I haven't played, but I played Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, and Tales from the Borderlands from Telltale Games. Liked all games, but there are some things that I see that I wish would change, and some things I wish they would continue, and I wish there's some things that they have. I'm getting tongue tied. There are things I would like to see new too. So for Borderlands 3, which I hear they're going to be announcing for an E3. I think there was some like leaked footage or a teaser or something like that, but I didn't watch it. So, but anyways, guys, without further ado, let's do this video again. Borderlands is a first-person shooter franchise that basically follows these vault hunters, as they are called, as they seek out these vaults, which are actually these storages from aliens that have various things in them. Some could contain knowledge, some could contain weapons of great power behind them, some can have great treasure, some could even have potential monsters. It just depends on which vault. And we've been looking to see in every game that they've had so far, especially the four that I just mentioned, they've had a vault in each one, and each one seems to have had a different thing inside of it. So let's go ahead and talk about Borderlands 3. Now, I didn't include this in the first video, but at the end of Borderlands the pre-sequel, which acts as kind of a prequel to Borderlands 2, but also taking place after it, we see that it leaves off where this elemental thing stops Lilith from killing Athena. Well, I was playing as Athena, but it'd probably be whatever character it is or whatever. Stops Athena, telling her that there's going to be something that they need all of these Vault Hunters or all of these warriors for, something coming. So that's hopefully Borderlands 3 is going to establish what that something is. And hopefully it's not Thanos. Okay, that was a bad joke, but here go my ideas. Let me stop playing around. First, I want to talk about, let's do more playable characters. Now, for the most part, most of the Borderlands games that we play allows you to play 4 characters initially, probably 2 or 3 more added later on through DLC. But I think this time around with Borderlands 3, we should bring back the concept of having bring in the concept of having more characters. I believe we should at least have 8 characters. That's a good way to try different classes without having to work on the DLC, because then again, the DLC you can introduce new characters, but what you can utilize, different characters, because in most of the games it's you always have like in the first 2 there was the commandos, there was the 2 sirens, you had a sniper on one, and then you had assassin on the second one. Yeah, something like that. You kind of had like this like big dude on a first one, then you had like a gunzerker. But I want them to at least just give us 8 characters. I said like 10, but I want 8. Put some of the older characters in. Like, I like Zero. I thought Zero was awesome. I like Lilith character. I thought she was pretty. I like Maya too. She was really good too. Butch was pretty cool, memorable. I like Mordecai. Too bad what happened to his bird. But introduce, take like maybe 4 of those characters. They definitely need to put Athena in. That's my character. I like Krieg. He's DLC, so he's not actually in the story, but that'd be nice to see him in the story. Just like Gage was the Necromancer. I liked her character. Wish that she would be in the game too. And I wouldn't mind actually seeing maybe one of the supporting characters be playable too. Probably maybe Mad Moxie. I'd like to see what she can do. But I would like to see like at least 8 playable characters. Now I did make a critique that, in an earlier video where I know every character has their special class, and they all have like this one special skill. Like Roland and Ajax, whatever the guy's name was, who's the commandos, they could throw out those turrets, and those things could save my life a lot. Those things are so awesome. Kind of like Lilith and Maya have their siren abilities. I believe Lilith was putting people in bubbles, or was it no, it wasn't putting them in bubbles. Hers was that phase walk thing. The other Maya's, I believe, was to like put them in bubbles or something like that. I don't know. It was either or maybe both. But I would like to see them have either variations, like maybe 3 special attacks you can work on, or you can have like greater attacks, so like put them in stages. Maybe one is phase walk. Maybe the second one is like phase walk with a blast, and then the third one is like phase walk. I mean, I know that you have your skill tree that gives you those abilities, but I would like to see the special attack itself, you know, kind of have different stages to it, just to add a bit variation to the gameplay. But as far as the players are concerned, I would like to see at least 8 characters, and that'll kind of help with the story too. I want to see them kind of hold back on the weapons, because they have like thousands of weapons. In fact, it's even more than that, I think the generator could do. But they don't need that many weapons. They need probably about maybe 200 weapons. I think they should have at least 100 weapons, common, normal weapons. Have some rare ones, have some that are a lot rarer, have some legendary ones. That'll be enough. I played all the Borderlands, and there's like out of like 1,000 guns they could have in that game. I only played with maybe like 20 or 25 of them. So I think they need to tone it down a bit. But in place of having to generate all of these different weapons that nobody uses most of the time, anyway, I think that we should focus more on modding the weapons that we do get, which I think that'll help throw a lot of customization and variation into the weaponry, and also kind of focus on their abilities a bit more, because if you're a siren, it should be a mode where you can play with your siren abilities and not just as a special attack, not having to run around with guns. If you're Zero, you have a sword, there's no reason why you should not use your sword. Shouldn't be one of your weapons. So I think they should work on that a little bit more to kind of help make their characters themselves, and that'll also help with the gameplay, because if you're playing as one character outside of you using your special ability, they pretty much feel like you're playing any other character. So I think they should work on that too. Again, I just brought this up. This is what I would like to see. I want to see multiple votes, and this one copying off Fallout. Pick a place and have multiple votes. It's side missions, so that way, you know, that gives you a chance to see what the votes are, and they even potentially give you a chance to even get to like legendary weaponry or something like that, or the ultimate upgrade, which is another interesting idea and concept that they should have. Maybe have like 3 votes. Play it like The Legend of Zelda or Fallout. Just have these votes, and have these optional votes where you could just go into them to go try to get a weapon, fight this boss, bosses or something, because it will be pretty cool. Because in all of these games, you at the end of the game, you end up fighting some kind of giant monster. So it'd be pretty cool to actually have more than one of those in the game. So I think they should do that with multiple votes, and then of course have it to where yes, you can possibly venture there at lower levels, but you know you can't beat it unless you come back leveled up. So I go there with like a level 5, somehow pass a whole bunch of level 30 monsters, then end up trying to fight the boss monster that's level 50, and then get my ass handed to me. So I think they should kind of play with the idea of having multiple votes accessible throughout the game. More customization. Look, I understand they have the little skins and stuff, and it's cute, but it doesn't really make me personally. I don't understand why in the hell they have it, because the only way you can actually, like, you can't see it. I never understood that concept, but I think they should have a bit more customization with the characters. Most of the time, it's either you change your head, or you change your clothes, or you change your color. That's about it. I wish they could play with it a little bit more. If you're a siren, you pick a siren or whatever, modify that outfit, modify her appearance to you know, give her a wide variety of looks that'll make her look badass if you could do that. If you're Zero, customize his suit so he just won't look just alien, you know, hook him up. Like I like Creed. When I was customizing Creed, he had all those different masks and stuff. But let us be able to add some little pauldrons or something on there. You know, just give a little bit more customization to the characters. And I'm going to extend this to the weapons as well. Just let us be able to customize it a little bit more. Give us a little bit more, just a little bit. I'm privy to this. I think this is a good idea. I think AI companions would be a good thing too, because I like playing Borderlands, but sometimes like I can't play with my friends, so I'm like doing all these missions and crap by myself. I would like to be able to enlist the aid of the other characters, and that would make those other characters relevant too. Because I'm playing the first Borderlands game, and I'm like, I cannot play. I'm just playing them by myself, and I'm like, I'm just getting my ass handed. It'd be nice to have somebody to play with. And I understand the emphasizing, you know, play online and stuff. But it's like, oh man, can't I just play with AI companions? Come on. And also, if you're gonna have the AI in the game, scale it up, make the game a bit harder. Do like they did when you're playing with your friends. The more players that are on, scale that bad boy on up, and I think that would make the gameplay a lot more refreshing too, especially when you have to go do all this stuff by yourself, and it feels kind of repetitive. It's like it'd be nice to actually have an AI companion behind you. I personally would say let us pick up to 4. Give us that option of having up to 4. If I want to just have 1, that'll be good. If I just want to have 2, that'll be good. Just give us that option, you know, because not all of us play online like that. So I think that'll be a pretty good, and give us some competent AI too. And that I'm gonna extend that to the bad guys, because a lot of time I'm playing the freaking game, and the bad guys, I'm like standing right there next to the bad guys. They don't do anything. They act like they do not see me. Sometimes, a lot of times, they do act strategic in their attacks and stuff, but sometimes they're kind of obvious. So I wish they would kind of work on that a little bit more too. Space travel, I'm game with that. If it's actually good space travel, kind of like in Fallout Reach, not Fallout Reach, I said to them Halo Reach. Like I'm game with that, but make it make sense for us to have that. And if they can make it into the story, or actually just into the gameplay in the world itself, that'd be pretty awesome. Maybe even have like air battles or stuff, but like with some of the potential animals in the game, like those racks. Maybe they have like bigger rack types. So I'm like, yes, let's go do that. Or against bad guys. So I think that'd be pretty. Think about it. What if you had like an assault on a fortress or something, or you're trying to get to this vault? Gotta fight all these enemies in the air and stuff, like air battle, space battle, you know. So that'd be a pretty awesome idea too. This kind of goes to fast travel. Gotta have fast travel. Love it. Borderlands is just too big a damn game not to have no fast travel, especially if you keep going. You have to backtrack a lot. That shit gets annoying. Claptrap, I like Claptrap. Everybody complains about Claptrap. I don't mind Claptrap. Put him in the game. Vehicles, I would like to have better vehicles too. I did like the pre-sequel because you got that little hover one that can do those really cool jumps. That was pretty cool. I would like to see some where you can travel over water. I want to see some better ones when you travel on land. I would like to see the little air one. Of course, we was talking about air battles and space battles. So it'd be nice to have something that can fly and some be in space and everything like that. So better vehicles and vary it up a little bit more. Not just have guns, not just have missiles, not just have salt blades and stuff. Maybe vary it up a little bit more when it comes to actual these vehicles. Honestly, I can't really think of any right off the top of my head, but maybe I'll come back in another video with some ideas. Better story, definitely need a better story. Tales from the Borderland has had the best, most character-driven and in-depth story of the entire series, to the point that I was in tears by the end of the freaking game. And yes, they all three, the Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands pre-sequel have stories, but they're not like really engaging stories. So I need them to focus more on giving us a really good, engaging, and deep story. It's a very interesting setting. You have a lot of great, interesting characters. There's no reason why we can't have a better story, a deeper story, a richer story, and a story where we have where it just evolves around the characters. Now, I will say that Borderlands 2 had more of a character-driven story, and I want these new characters, the characters that we're playing with, to feel like they're actually a part of this too. Which Borderlands, a pre-sequel, I think did a great job of actually including them into the story, making them as much as a part of the story as the setting and the other characters that were in the story too. So work on giving us a better story. I don't care if you have to go talk to Telltale; they'll help you out. They did a great job with theirs. I want to see more co-op based missions, and not I'm talking about like missions where you need to kind of have 2 or 3 people to help you. And I know this kind of be putting my foot in my mouth, but I think you should have these co-op based missions where 4 people can are trying to raid a fortress or something like that, or rescue someone, or potentially go kill a boss. But it takes it takes those 4 people to do that. I wish they would do something more like that. It's kind of like that Grand Theft Auto 5 thing where they were like, well, you can do your own robberies and stuff like that. But I think we should be able to do that with the co-op too. In Borderlands, like, okay, there's a psycho raid. On what we can go over there and do is if we have 4 people. And the reason why, because maybe you have to get to a certain 2 people go this way to get to this door to press this button, while the other 2 have to be right there. So when that button gets pressed, you can get through the door and then do it like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be an awesome way of just doing a lot of great gameplay, giving players a lot of great controlling and gameplay in it. Just make us some more co-op based missions, because we haven't seen that in no other Borderlands game. Not really, not like that. And plus, that'll also make the world feel very active. Like psychos are actually going over there and attacking other villages or attacking caravans or something like that, and it feels continuous, kind of like when you're playing Fallout 4, and in Fallout 4 you have to help your settlements. They'll be like, well, these raiders keep trying to attack us, could you take care of them for us? Or if you that raiders just came over here and kidnapped this girl, let's go over there and go get her. Or super mutants are attacking us, you mind helping us out? So I think they should have those type of missions in Borderlands. And Borderlands 3, maybe, I guess, just make it like continuous too, but don't make it highly repetitive like it was in Fallout 4. But it would be a good idea to do that, because like I said, it does make the world feel active, and there are other things going on. I said improve the enemy AI. I would like to say a better character creator. In fact, you don't even really get to create a character. I want to see a character creator in this game. I think that'll actually make the character. I think that'll actually make the players feel part of what's going on. And I'm talking about the works. Although for some reason I never understood this game having character creator in it, because if you think about it, what's the point? You can't see your character. This ain't like Fallout and Elder Scrolls where you can kind of zoom out and see your character, and it's not like Saints Row. Because Saints Row, the characters actually in cinematics. Borderlands rarely has like cinematics like that. So, but if you're gonna do that, put a decent character creator in it. And when I say character creator, I mean character creator. Give us the customization of the character look as well as class, because I think that's another thing that we should work on if we're gonna make a game like this. Potentially have that. I think the character creator should probably come later on in the game. Like, hear me out. Play the main game as the 4 or 8 characters. That gives you incentive to play as those characters. When you beat the game the first time, that like the new player mode plus or whatever it's called, and that should unlock a character creator mode. Therefore, giving people an incentive to beat the game at least once, aside from training up all of these other characters and everything. But it also allows you to start fresh without having to worry about the story like that. But I would caution, bring in another story to back up that character creator too, so that way it feel part of it. Now, when I just thought about something, going back to what I was talking about with the AI companions. I think if you decide you want to have the AI companions, based on how you train them, they should play. They should play based off how you train them, which I think could be an awesome idea. So if you decided that you want to, if you're like a level 30 and you're trying to train up somebody else, bring out, switch out your level 30 character that you're playing with for like a level 1, and have the level 30 character be your companion. That way, when you're fighting, you know what I'm saying, you have a level 30 companion fighting with you. But if you didn't train him and he's like a level 1 and y'all decide y'all want to go somewhere, y'all get your ass kicked, you know why? So that'd be a pretty interesting idea. And another thing, I guess it might be a final. No, this ain't gonna be the final one. But I want to see better inventory and banking system, because those games is kind of choppy, and I hate playing that game. And I'm sitting here in this fortress collecting stuff, and then you get so much stuff, and you're like, gosh, I want to throw away one of these weapons, but I can't. You know, so give us a better storage one, for crying out loud. It'd be killing me with that damn game with that. I don't want to just be able to store like 5 things, 6 things, and you're like, oh my gosh, how can I? Oh, and I like the Iridium system. I like the Iridium system, but personally, I like the system from the first game, where the more you use the weapon, the more accurate and more powerful it got. So I like that system better, and I hope they do go back to that, because that helped me. They helped me want to use the different weapons, because I'm not using pistols when I'm playing the game. I'm not using the SMG most of the time. Most of the time, just missile launchers, shotguns, sniper scopes. That's about it. So, you know, emphasize that a little bit more. And if you're going to do that too with their abilities as well, I feel like you should do that same thing. The more you use it, the more proficient and the more powerful it gets over time. And also, lastly, like to, of course, see new enemy types, not just the loader bots, not just the machines and stuff, not just the skags or the racks, just new enemy types. Look, I don't mind it. I read an article that was talking about they didn't want it on Pandora. I don't mind it being on Pandora. Give us a whole new section of Pandora that we haven't seen yet. We ain't seen the whole freaking planet. So, anyways, guys, in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on Borderlands 3. For some reason, I feel like I've done this video before, but maybe I have. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are and ideas are for the Borderlands 3 game. Also, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on the Narik channel, as well as remember Tuesdays and Thursdays. Slipping on Tuesday, slip Tuesday, but I'm here Thursday. Next Tuesday, we're not gonna make sure the video's up. But stay tuned on those 2 days, because we will be uploading videos, guys. And definitely catch you guys later. Peace out.